What up, y'all? I'm gonna try to keep this as short as possible. I've noticed that a lot of you guys and girls that do watch my videos aren't subscribed, like a lot of y'all, and what's up with that? I just want to ask you to do me this huge favor real quick and be sure to subscribe and to turn on those notifications for when I do upload. I'm aiming to hit 30k subs as soon as possible and I appreciate any help that I could get with that. And with that being said, I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Yo, what up? And welcome to a new SH Figuarts figure review. And welcome to SH Figuarts figure review number 19. Now, if you've been following this figure review series so far, you might have noticed the pattern where I did the Cell Saga, then the Boo Saga. So now, obviously, just like in canon, I actually wanted to delve into the Battle of God Saga. But thing is, a couple years ago when, you know, the original Beerus and Whis figures came out, I didn't buy them because I was either broke or not interested in the characters at that point in time, and now I'm just kind of like, motherfucker. Like, I really want to get into the Battle of God Saga because I really enjoyed both the movie and the anime adaptation a little bit. I like the manga version a lot more. So for me it's just the movie version, manga version, anime version, because the anime was definitely a bit rocky in the beginning. If the Dragon Ball Super anime taught us anything, it's of course that whole, if you don't like me at my lowest, you don't deserve me at my best, you know, with the animation quality. And yeah, like by the end it was fucking awesome. And now there are rumors going around that it might be returning. That would be epic. And of course I'm really looking forward to the new Dragon Ball Super movie, and I got I think I got every character pre-ordered from the movie so far, even though I'm not gonna get the new androids because I don't like their designs. They look kind of dumb, like a knockoff version of Cell, you know, like a mixture of just already known characters, and I don't know. I don't really care for the story. I'm just here for the Gohan part of it because he looks dope as fuck and Piccolo looks cool and Broly is now training on Beerus' planet. I mean, come on, that is awesome. So I'm just gonna watch it for those reasons, but I'm not here for the rest of it, you know, I don't really care. But anyway, yeah, I really love the Battle of God Saga, but we can't delve into that saga because I don't have two of the main fucking characters of that arc. So we're actually gonna move away from Battle of Gods and actually go into the Resurrection of F Saga. Of course, F standing for Frieza. And man, it was hilarious when Dragon Ball Super became a thing, you know, like Beerus had a different name, I think it was Bills or something, and just everyone speculating about the movies. I really miss that these days. So yeah, but it was hilarious and awesome. But of course we're gonna delve into the Resurrection of Frieza saga. So why not start that saga by taking a closer look at the 2.0 final form at that point, Frieza. And yeah, I really love this design. I can't wait to take a closer look at it. And yes, this is the Dragon Ball Super version. So without further ado, take a quick closer look at the box right now. And here you can see the box, and as you can see, Frieza looks fantastic, even with that halo above his head that he absolutely hates. But yeah, he looks fantastic. Of course, on the side and as well as on the back, some obligatory product shots and a couple of poses you can put him in, as well as showing that there's a death ball / death beam accessory included with this figure. The Dragon Ball Super logo can be seen at the bottom of the front of the box. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing crazy, nothing special, just the 2.0 version of the Emperor himself. So without further ado, let's take him out of the box and take a closer look at Frieza right now.
I guess I'll entertain you for a while.
And here we are, and first impressions of this figure is simply, it is beautiful. I'm not kidding when I say that it is so absolutely gorgeous. And before we do a 360, I just have to show you some of these details. And I know he's super bright right now. Like he could be the fucking moon. That's how white and bright he is. So yeah, it's crazy. But I'm not kidding, it might not show off super well on camera, but they have done some very light blue airbrush effect like on some parts of the figure, and it looks beautiful. So let's quickly take a closer look at some of those spots. Now to start things off real quick in regards to the airbrush effect, hopefully you can see it, but at the upper legs right there, that little bluish tint that it has, yeah, they did that with an airbrush. And the same can be said for the other leg right there. And I'm not kidding, it's all the way around this figure, like it's absolutely gorgeous. Kind of looks like he has some of it on his crotch, which, okay then. Now another good spot where you can see it is his arm, right here on the inside of it. Like that darker tint that looks like a shadow, yeah, that. And as you can see, it just looks so beautiful. He looks very menacing with this light, man, god damn. Anyway, but as you can see, at the underarm he also has some of that airbrush. Even has a little bit on his hand, but it's just all the way around this figure. Even on the chest, I just really hope that you can see it, but trust me when I tell you that it's there. This is a absolutely beautiful figure. So here you can see him, and like I said, this figure is truly a beautiful 2.0 of the original Frieza figure. I love the colors, I love the extra airbrushing effect that they added to it, but there's one, I wouldn't call it a major issue, but there's one issue that I have with this figure that I also did have with the Mecha Frieza figure. And if you want to see my figure review on the Mecha Frieza figure, I'll put a link in the description to that video. Go watch it in that video. And as well as I'm about to say right now, there's always one minor complaint that I have, and that's of course the tail, because that tail is one heavy motherfucker. Now you do get two, and this is actually the smaller tail out of the two, but it definitely took some time to get him stand up straight without having to use the tail to help balance him out. But again, if that's like your big problem with this figure, then you have a pretty fucking good figure in my opinion, you know? Like he still looks absolutely fantastic, but it's just a balancing act, you know, in regards to the tail. But that's the only quote unquote issue I have with this figure. Apart from that, he looks so beautiful. Now when I had him still in the package itself, I was just looking at it like, oh yeah, it's a good looking figure. But when I took him out of the package, I was like, yo, this is some next level shit that they pulled off. Like the detail is so beautiful, especially in regards to the accessories. So without further ado, let's take a closer look at them right now, starting off with Two Fist and this pointing finger. Just to remind you that this is the #1 SH Figuarts figure review channel, so hit that subscribe button. But apart from that, yes, he does come with this pointing finger, just to remind you who the emperor of all the universes is. Now apart from the sassy finger and the Two Fists, he also comes with this included death ball and the screaming face and a death ball throwing hand. In this case, instead of the death beam where his finger was more like this time it's more bended, so it fits perfectly with the added death ball accessory. Now you might be wondering, is this the stand that's included with the figure? Well, no, but this is not one of the stands that's included with the figure, but it's quite literally the exact same one. I just bought these stands, I think about a year and a half ago, and if you want to see the unboxing for that, definitely go and watch the unboxing series. That's where I actually opened up one of those stands, and ever since then I've been using them for figures that either have a balancing issue, or whenever you want to put one of them in a flying pose, or, you know, if you want to do the emperor being mad as f if you do not hit that like button right now. So yeah. So this is not the stand that's included with the figure, but it's pretty much the exact same thing. But like I said, I really love the included death ball. I love it a lot more than the death beam. Now that's just one long ass, well, beam. But yeah, like I said, the death ball looks absolutely beautiful. It kind of looks like a gumball as well. If I'm the only one who has that thought cross his mind, definitely let me know down in the comments below. But anyway, I absolutely love this figure, and again, even with just this pose, you can just see how beautifully detailed all these phases are, and you know, of course, all his nails are painted black, as well as, of course, for his toes. So anyone who has a foot fetish, I would say pause the video and go nuts with it. But anyway, focusing back on the figure, like I said, you can just, even in this pose, you can literally just see how good of a 2.0 this truly is, especially compared to the 1.0, as I'll gladly show right now. You can just see how big of an upgrade this was, and I'm super happy that I got this figure. But without further ado, let's take a closer look at the next accessory that's included with the figure, and that's of course these two open palm hands and this terrifying scared face, probably because Broly wants to have another tickle fight while he's in Legendary Super Saiyan. But yeah, apart from that, by the way, that was easily my favorite moment from the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. The moment that Goku and Vegeta just casually bring Broly to Frieza, it's like, hey, good luck with it. It's like, oh my god, that was so fucking hilarious. And just Broly being the dog shit out of Frieza, even in his golden form. I mean, you gotta give Frieza props for surviving that long against Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, man. Like, call Frieza whatever you want, an evil menace, but yo, he is a goat for surviving that long against Broly. That is terrifying, but it was hilarious in the movie. You can definitely recreate that fear that Frieza had when he saw him. So I think that's definitely very awesome that they included that terrified face. Now, apart from the terrified face and the open palm hands, he also comes with this pair of very relaxed hands, perfectly showing his evil side, kind of just menacingly laughing at someone else's failure, which is something that Frieza has a tendency to laugh at. Which of course Chris Ayers perfectly nailed as, of course, the voice of Frieza. And of course, rest in paradise to him, and that was one of the biggest hits that the Dragon Ball community took in 2021. It's awful that we lost such a beautiful person in regards to voice acting, and when I first heard him as the new voice of Frieza, I was kind of skeptical of it, but over time I really grew to love Chris Ayers' version of Frieza. And yeah, man, much love to his family, and may he rest in paradise, and I'm just grateful for his part in the Dragon Ball world and for all the Dragon Ball fans. So yeah, and with these very relaxed hands, you can definitely recreate that evil, menacing side of Frieza, and of course with him laughing, voiced by the legend himself. And yeah, I think it's awesome. And then for the final accessories that this Frieza comes with, the enormous tail with the crossed arms, and of course an extra pair of feet that you can either use to have him either grab someone by their face with it, or you can just put him in a more natural floating pose as I'm doing right now, kind of on some more casual shit. You know, it's kind of hovering in front of you like, yeah, what's up? I'm the Emperor of the Universe. What's poppin'? What's good with it? So yeah, I really love it. And again, just like I said, the detail that they've put into this 2.0 in regards to the lines and just the color is just absolutely beautiful. Now, I know that there's already a even newer version of this figure, where they basically just took this with a different color pattern to make them even more anime accurate. I know it's out there. I'm not gonna get it because it's a different color variant, but if they ever do redo it again, I don't know why they would, but if they do it, I'll happily get the 3.0 and take a closer look at it. But yeah, for the last accessories, he comes with the enormously long tail that you can see in the back. And if you see a line over here, that's because you can actually rotate this top part of the tail all the way around. And speaking of turning things all the way around, let's talk about his articulation right now. Now, in regards to his articulation, in order to talk about it, I just had to add this halo, and can we just take a fucking second to appreciate the lighting? Hello, look at that halo, man. What the f***? Did I just open up the gates of heaven for this? What the hell? The fact that I have the key to the gates of heaven is another story for another time, and hit that subscribe button if you want to know. But like, yo, that shit looking holy, bro. God damn. What the fuck? Anyway, I just had to add the halo to it because one of the biggest things you can actually do with the head is, of course, with the included halo, is you can turn the halo all the way around so you can have the Emperor rocking the halo in a very strange way. And yes, if you got keen eyes, you would have noticed I took the tail off just because it makes the whole articulation part just a little bit easier. So anyway, you can turn this halo all the way around. And yeah, I think it's just a very nice feature that they allow you to actually turn the halo in any direction that you would want. But apart from that, he has pretty much the standard SH Figuarts articulation. His head can move all the way around. He can tilt his head to the right side about that far and to the left about that far. He can look up about that far and downwards about that far. So pretty much your standard articulation. And also, again, you can just see the beautiful blue tint that he has all over his body. Now if we come down to the arms, he can put his arms outwards about that far. And of course, being a modern SH Figuarts figure, and also even the first release figures had this, but you can move his arm all the way around. And for the shoulders, actually, you can put them downwards, or you can have them upwards about that far. You can move it downwards about that far. Then again, coming to the side of the arm, from his bicep to his hand, he can rotate his entire arm. And then he, of course, well over 90-degree bend at the elbows. And he can rotate his wrists all the way around. That's always a tough one to film. But anyway, apart from that, in regards to his upper body, it's actually 3 pieces, which is very nice. As you can see, the middle purple part is actually a piece that you can flip forwards to about that far and inwards about that far, so it makes it all sleek and nice. But apart from that, of course, it has an ab crunch about that far and can move backwards about that far, so you can really have him in a thrusting position. But yeah, apart from that, if you want to see an enormous hole, there you go. But now anyway, coming down to his legs, he can do a beautiful spread. Now apart from that, he can move forwards about that far, and of course he has a well over 90-degree bend at the knees. And then you can move his leg backwards about that far, and then coming down to the ankles, you can just rotate his feet all the way around, and you can lift his feet upwards about that far, and you can put it, as you can see on his other foot, fully downwards. So yeah, so you can really put this figure in a ton of poses, and of course, gotta love the added details with the painted toenails. But without further ado, let's take a quick closer look at the size comparisons, starting off with, of course, Mecha Frieza himself. Now yes, I did take the tail off real quick because he is top heavy, and I kind of forgot that B only gave me the big motherfucker, and that does not help with the balancing part of that figure, so I just had to take the tail off just for a little bit, just to put him next to, of course, the 2.0 Frieza. Now, if you look closely, and I also said it in the Mecha Frieza figure review, again, if you haven't watched the Mecha Frieza figure review, I'll put a link to that video down in the description below. But B actually used this 2.0 Frieza to make the Mecha Frieza, and I'm still very happy with it, though if I look super closely at the figure, I can see that some part of the paint is kind of like chipping off, so he'll be a stand-in until we get one from SH Figuarts themselves, because I'm pretty fucking sure we are gonna get one, since they have a boner for the Android Saga. And of course, Mecha Frieza, if you know Dragon Ball Z, showed up right before the Android Saga, so yeah, he'll be a stand-in until the day we actually have an official SH Figuarts Mecha Frieza. But as you can see, the 2.0 Frieza looks absolutely stunning. Now these two simply look absolutely beautiful together, kind of like two evil brothers, and yeah, I absolutely love it. Also, again, I love how the halo is looking on camera right now. It's just on some holy shit, so pun intended and cherished, my man. So anyway, they look absolutely amazing together. And now to quickly spice things up and take a big leap into the future, here he is with GT Gohan and GT Goten, the oldest versions of those two Dragon Ball characters right now in, of course, figure form. And again, the only figure form of GT Goten and GT Gohan with the glasses in full teacher mode. I think they look absolutely fantastic together. But now he's with the sons of his best friend. So now let's quickly put his best friend into the frame as well, and that is of course Goku, the Saiyan raised on Earth version. And I think that's actually, if we want to talk facts, I think that's actually also the 2.0 version of course the original SH Figuarts Goku figure. So here are the 2.0 versions of the OG versions, and I think they look absolutely fantastic together. I love their dynamic in Dragon Ball Super. They're kind of like, I don't know, they definitely remind me of the dynamic between Goku and Vegeta from the Buu saga a bit. How they go from like enemies to kind of rivals. So yeah, I really like it. And they look beautiful together now. Frieza is really shining right now, and he's not even in his golden form. But yeah, that white is definitely, it's almost like a sun to Goku right now. So the colors of Goku are definitely a bit out of this world right now. But regardless of that, they look beautiful together. I absolutely love this Frieza, this 2.0 version of Frieza. It looks amazing. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this figure a 9 out of 10. The only minor gripe I have with this figure is of course the balancing part in regards to the tails. But apart from that, this is just chef's kiss. That's how absolutely good this figure is. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So from Goku, from Frieza, and of course from yours truly, I hope you had an awesome day. I wish you an awesome day, and see you guys and girls in the next video. Peace!